Hi, everyone. Jennifer Gill here, VP of Marketing at Skyhawk, and I'm joined by Asaf Shahar, the VP of Product at Skyhawk. And we just have a couple of short videos around key use cases for Skyhawk Security. And the first one we're going to look at is how to eliminate alert noise. So if you're unfamiliar with Skyhawk, we have an AI-based cloud security, cloud threat detection and response team, and with a purple team. And you'll see that in action in a bit. We have a global customer base. We support the major public clouds as well as Kubernetes. And you can see we get a lot of awards and recognition. So this is a problem that we've seen with our customers is there's an overwhelming number of vulnerabilities within their vulnerability management tool or their CNAPP or their CSPM. They have posture findings. And I found a couple data points. So there can be up to 115 vulnerabilities per cloud asset. And if you have tens of thousands of cloud assets, that's an unbelievable amount of vulnerabilities that you need to fix. So with Skyhawk, and you'll see this in the product, we're able to prioritize vulnerabilities based on what's affecting your crown jewels. So we have total vulnerabilities. We take that down to exploitable, weaponized, and affecting crown jewels. So Asaf, can you tell the difference? Can you tell everybody how we differentiate between exploitable and weaponized, please?
Yes, sure, Jennifer. So when you're looking at the vulnerabilities, you have all the vulnerabilities that a scanner may find. This is the total vulnerability. They may be classified as critical or high, have very high CVSS, but it's not necessarily that they are exploitable. Exploitable means that there is an available exploit. People know how to actually exploit it remotely via the network, and it can actually facilitate one part of the attack, whether it's initial access, a lateral movement, or an impact. A lot of time there are exploits that vulnerabilities that may be exploitable, but you cannot actually create any one of these TTPs, so they are not really relevant. But the fact that something is exploitable doesn't mean that it's presenting an actual imminent threat into your environment. The reason is that it might not be able to create an attack vector through this vulnerability. So, for example, let's say that you have an asset that has a critical vulnerability, it's even exploitable, but it's something that it's internal, it's well segregated, there is no way to reach it, so it's exploitable, but it's not weaponized because you cannot create an actual attack vector. So weaponized is an exploitable vulnerability that can be actually be used as part of an attack.
Okay, great. So, and from here, so I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to turn it over to Asaf for a demo.
Okay, so Jennifer, what do we see here? So this is our breach and attack simulation of the attack surface main page, where we have all the different attack scenarios that we have found in this specific environment. Each one of these scenario represent a possible attack path in the environment. Let's take one for example. So here we can see an attack that is starting with an asset that has a critical vulnerability, which is publicly exposed. And then from there, it's going over to do some encryption of a database, or basically a ransomware attack. So this is an example of how attack simulation looks like, and we are showing step by step how the scenarios play out, what we are referring to as a red team script. You can see the exact commands of the attack. If you just copy and paste it, it will execute the attack. And you can see also the compensating control that are in the environment, both our own controls and third parties. In this example, we are showing what controls would be triggered in guard duty. So this is basically how an attack simulation looks like. Now, where we talked about noise reduction, this is just a background to that. So when we analyze all the vulnerabilities, and this is in this example, in this environment, there are 13,000 CVEs. We can see that only 114 out of these 13,000 vulnerabilities are actually exploitable, and only 13 are actually weaponized. So you can see how, by taking all the context, understanding the attack surface, and meshing that together, you can understand and know what is the eminent CVEs that you need to handle, and not just saying, oh, I have this and that amount of critical vulnerabilities. What should I prioritize first? So this is a great tool to help you focus your effort. Back to you, Jennifer.
Okay, great. So that gives you just a little bit of an idea of what's happening with Skyhawk, how we can help you identify the weaponizable vulnerabilities that need to be addressed, as well as those that are impacting crown jewels. Please go to our website at skyhawk.security to learn more. Thank you.